back, Princeps. In the strategy phase video, we saw how to issue orders. Orders are useful in many ways and often allow units to perform certain actions out of the normal sequence. But for every boost, there is often a bust, and selecting the right order at the right time will play a big role in your tactics. In this video, let's take a look at how each order works. When an emergency repair order is issued, make an immediate repair roll like we saw in the damage control phase, adding +1 to each result and then applying those results to your Titan. The cost of this is now you can only activate your Titan in the following movement phase or combat phase, not both. You can, as normal, make your standard repair roll again in the following damage control phase. An emergency repair is often useful for cooling your reactor before the next damage control phase, as this could get you out the red or the orange when checking for reactor overloads. With split fire orders, your unit will not be able to make any turns in the movement phase. However, in step 1 of the combat sequence, you may choose a different target for each of your unit's weapons. You must do this before you move on to the next step, declaring attacking weapon. When a unit with first fire orders is activated in the movement phase, it cannot move or make any turns. Instead, pick one of its weapons to attack with, following the combat sequence. Note that there is a slight change in this sequence, in that you must select the weapon before selecting your target. And don't worry, you can still fire that weapon again in the combat phase later on. In the combat phase, a unit with a full stride order cannot attack. Instead, it can move again. This unit cannot make any turns at any point, and can only move within its front arc in a single straight line, like so, or like so. And feel free to power to locomotives to use the second speed characteristic. When a unit with a charge order is activated in the movement phase, our Loyalist Reaver here, it may only move within its front arc. Once you start moving, you cannot make any turns, but you can turn before you start moving, like so. And feel free to power to stabilizers to use your second maneuver characteristic. Likewise, you can power to locomotives to use the second speed characteristic before you move. Our loyal Reaver elects to do this and pushes the reactor, applying the result to the reactor track. Then moves, staying within its front arc. Once the unit has stopped moving, it can attack with either a weapon with the melee trait or a smash attack, providing you're in range. For every 3 inches the unit moves, add 1 to the attack dice value. In our example, our Reaver moved 9 inches, adding 3 attacks to its weapon or smash attack. You may feel shutdown orders is an odd one, as it leaves your Titan extremely vulnerable. But you'll find out the more games you play, there will be circumstances out of your control that can lead to a Titan to shut down. If a unit with void shields is issued shutdown orders, its void shields collapse immediately. A unit with shutdown orders cannot be activated in the movement phase or combat phase. Reactor rolls cannot be made for a unit with shutdown orders, even if instructed to do so. When activating a Titan under shutdown orders in the damage control phase, reduce its reactor level by 2 before making a repair roll. As was mentioned in the end phase video, shutdown orders are not automatically removed in the end phase like other orders. Instead, when the Titan with shutdown orders is activated in the strategy phase, the controlling player can attempt to restart its plasma reactor. As long as its plasma reactor status marker is not in the orange, or the red. Roll a d6, adding 2 to the result if the Titan's reactor status marker is on the first space of the track. On a result 5 or more, the shutdown order is removed. Otherwise they remain in place. In either case, a Titan that starts the strategy phase with shutdown orders cannot be issued any other orders that phase. And with that, we wrap up Orders Explained. I hope it's helped, and I'll see you in the next video.